Hashtag YGKares is a peer-to-peer network exchanging physical distance connections, support, and expertise through the Kingston community during the COVID-19 crisis. Today, I have Corey Firth from Hashtag YGKares. Corey, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
So, it's unprecedented time for all of us. Tell us more about Hashtag YGKares.
Yeah, YGKares is a peer-to-peer network exchange where folks from the business community originally started out in this peer-to-peer support network of exchanging physical distance connection, support, and expertise throughout the Kingston community during all this craziness. So that's what we are on the surface, but I think deep down into the core, as we've now evolved into something a little bit more structured, I would say, and having gotten to know everyone who's jumped in and gotten involved, we're a really badass group of heart-based Kingstonians who are joining together for the betterment of the extraordinary people in this extraordinary city.
Well, it means so much to me. I've personally been affected by this as well. But just knowing that there's connection, it really does help, and just that support, because in times like these, it's definitely, there could be a lot of people feeling alone out there. So I think that connection is really important. So why were you inspired to make this happen?
Yeah, you said you, but it's actually there's a group of just amazing folks. So it wasn't like it was just me that made it happen, but I guess I put the original call out. I had recently overcome a battle with mental health and depression. And when I say overcoming, I'm just now working with it. And when I saw this stuff kind of go down, I realized that that's going to be one of the biggest things that a lot of people will come up against. And the original call was just, hey, out to my network, which is mostly in the business community. That's the reach that I have, was, hey guys, do you want to jump on a call and just talk about how we can support each other? And then maybe if it evolves the way we want, it could be a bigger thing that we could support the larger community with. And that's where I went to. We put this amazing call together originally from a Monday call, then evolved into a Friday call. And now this Friday call has been opened up to the larger community, and we have just a great group of people on this call, and it's an amazing initiative that this group has put together, I think.
I've looked over your website. I've seen just some amazing people I know as well, but a whole bunch of different backgrounds, right? So tell us a little bit about some of the types of backgrounds you have joining in, because there's so much expertise. It's kind of unreal you pulled this together so quickly.
Yeah, it was funny. We put it all together, and we did, like I said, that Monday call was initially, hey, how are you guys doing? Like, we started there. It was just, let's keep track of each other. Let's see what we can do for each other. And then it evolved to a call where we just went around the group and said, what do you have to offer? And it was at this point where we realized that we all wanted to help on the support side of things. We all sort of said mental health, but we can't claim that we are that authority figure for mental health during this time. But we do feel like there's a level of one-to-one or group peer support that we can offer that is helpful. And actually, we've had the site's not even updated to today, where we have, I think, 4 or 5 nutritionists that have reached out to jump in, psychologists, other various health and wellness folks. So really putting it together was part of our initial group calls and discussions, but getting it out to the group, once we put it out, it was amazing, the feedback we got. And I think initially we thought people will sign up expressing the needs that they have, but they actually expressed a much different purpose for joining, which was to offer support as well. So we had way more people say, hey, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Versus, hey, this is what I need. So it was cool. The diversity just built on its own.
And I just think, again, thank you so much for doing this. I know people that are personally affected, and like yourself, like keeping connected and keeping in touch with other people. You're right. It's a very important thing, I think, now more than ever. So how can other people get involved in some ways? Like if somebody's watching this right now and they're just like, whether maybe they have something to give or just something, maybe they want to join and just kind of see what type of support there is or what type of conversation there is. How can people get involved?
Yeah, so I think there's a level of giving that everyone can do at this time, but we all still need to make sure that we're all taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other in the ways that we can. So we encourage anyone who's interested in either capacity, either they're looking for some help in a certain area, to just check out the site, see the different people in the different categories of support that we're offering. And like I said, I'll be updating that by the end of the day. So when this airs, I'm sure it'll be updated. And you can sign up there. So that first section, in terms of the the mechanisms of ways you get involved in our community, the way we built it, is to look through our list of folks that have signed up to offer up some sort of service during this time. We're calling those YGKares champions, and you can book a virtual coffee with them through Zoom, just like you and I are doing now, one-on-one. All of those calls are private to the folks that sign those up, and they're all individual to whatever it is that you may need at that time, and it's all kept within you and the other person, so that it's not shared with the group, it's not shared with anyone else, so it can be private, it can be intimate as you see fit. And then the second piece, which is sort of where everyone else seems to be jumping in at this time, more activity happening here, is the ability to jump in on our Friday community call. It's just a Friday meetup, again, similar to the virtual coffees, but with the bigger group. So you can jump in, and each week we're going to have different discussion items and different little engaging concepts that we'll put people through, and maybe guest hosts on certain topics. And we use the breakout feature within Zoom to allow people to kind of separate a little bit and have their own one-on-one or group discussions within the smaller groups, because the calls are getting bigger. And it allows people to have that more intimate feel and that intimate touch. You don't have to feel like you have to, if there's 100 people on the call, you don't have to feel like you have to speak out, and some people don't feel comfortable with that yet. So that's the other way to get involved.
Perfect. Just a couple questions left. First one is just what type of social media and what's your website?
Yeah, so one of the big things that we saw coming out of this was that there's a lot of groups being created, a lot of different associations and companies within Kingston trying to do different things. And what we wanted to do is make sure that we were group agnostic, channel agnostic, association agnostic, where we can help all of those different folks doing their different things and not step on anybody's toes. So we don't have any social networks other than what our individuals within the group have of their own following and their own networks. So we're really bound by, I guess, the hashtag YGKares, which can live across all channels. You can follow myself or anyone on the site, and we're sharing those as we go along, and you'll see how that can connect. But in order to get involved, you can head over to YGKares.com, so YGKares.com, and you can simply just sign up and join the community. That'll get you in on the email list for the Friday meetups. And then if you wanted to go a little bit deeper and you were looking for something a little more intimate, or you're looking for something specific, you could check out the YGKares champion section on the site to book a virtual coffee with one of our, like I said, badass, heart-based, amazing leaders that can help you with a variety of different things.
Well, Corey, I'm going to definitely head over and check it out myself, because all the support is needed. Thanks again for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thanks, Dan, and thanks for everything you're doing, and I look forward to keeping in touch.